and this is a match that I never would have believed I would see. Doc Nelson and Ron Simmons as tag team partners. Like I say, this guy, Nelson, look at those eyes, man. But he didn't wait for anything. He just charges Nogami, Akira Nogami, right off the bat. Well, I'll tell you what, Nelson is just trying to prove a point here. I don't think money has anything to do with that. That's why he agreed to give Ron Simmons his purse. And Ron Simmons figures, well, hey, how can I lose on this deal? Look at Nelson. Definitely in charge of Nogami. It's Nogami and Asuka against Ron Simmons and Doc Nelson.
It's quite a humiliating defeat last week that Doc Nelson and Ron Simmons suffered at the hands of Keiji Muto and Hiroshi Hase, and perhaps this week they're out to regain that status of trying to get the shot at the Steiner brothers.
Yep, absolutely, but I'm sure that Simmons is looking around in the meantime for another partner.
Well, I don't know, I kind of like the Doc.
You like the Doc?
Sure. He's got a lot going for him.
Nogami in behind his man, tried to go for a high scissors, lost it, dropped down, got Simmons a back leg trip. Nogami in behind his man once again.
If nothing else, that Doc is a flashy dresser.
Yeah.
Well, he knows how to style.
If you like ashes and sackcloth. Asuka moves in, going up against Ron Simmons. Takayuki Asuka. And Simmons lashes out, catches him with a boot, then a forearm to the side of the jaw. Another hard, ripping right hand. He slips through Simmons' legs, catches him with a high-flying dropkick. Simmons is staggered. He's caught again, almost off his feet. And this time the lariat puts him down. Simmons to the midsection. Simmons up, tried to get his man for a scoop slam. Asuka in behind him, rolls him into a cradle, saddle block. And Simmons, those powerful legs, is able to break loose. Loose, that is, not lease.
Here comes my man, right here. The doctor is in.
Speaking of leases, were you able to renew your lease at Monte Carlo?
Monte Carlo?
Isn't it there that you had the condo?
Well, yeah. Well, it wasn't really a lease arrangement, though.
Oh, I thought it was.
It was a lease with an option to buy.
Oh, I see. I see.
I'm exercising that option.
I see. Fifi there now?
You keep asking me about you and Fifi got something going. You might have something for Fifi. You keep asking about Fifi.
Well, I'm just curious. She's such a nice lady. A count is on outside the ring. Asuka outside of the ring. Doc Nelson standing out there looking at him.
I thought you were talking about Chevrolets when you mentioned Monte Carlos.
No.
I didn't know you meant the French Riviera.
Right. Well.
You know, they moved it from Monaco to the French Riviera.
Oh. Okay.
At my insistence.
I got you.
1, 2, 3, 4. The doctor putting the pressure on Asuka now with that big boot right in the throat. And now the doctor picks him up and runs him right into that big old boot of Ronnie Simmons, and here comes Simmons.
Irish whip off the ropes. Simmons misses, but he catches one in the pit of the stomach by Asuka. Quick suplex and a tag is made. Nogami up on the top rope, comes flying off, catches Simmons. Nice drop kick. A little bit of double teaming there, however. Irish whip on Simmons. He charged. Simmons spun around, caught him with the back of the elbow. Then a vicious lariat. Simmons now a headbutt into the side of the rib cage. Simmons an extremely intense man. 3 years All-American out of Florida State University, FSU, doing extremely well again this year under Coach Bobby Bowden. That's in the state of Florida, USA. American football. Nogami having the air pushed out of his lungs by Ron Simmons. Notice the way he had hooked the leg with his right leg. Makes the tag. Doc Nelson moves in. Two of them, Irish whip and two elbows, puts Nogami back on the canvas.
You know, this Nogami, what he lacks for size, he makes up for in guts and heart. I'll tell you what, this guy's not afraid to get in the ring with anybody. As evidence here today, he's really outsized and outclassed, I think, by Simmons and Doc Nelson. But the kid's in there trying. Not very successful, but he's trying.
Yeah, I'll buy that. Caught one at the belt line.
Oh, Nogami now up in a big chokehold administered by the doctor. And Asuka comes in from behind, and both of them dropkick Doc. Doc doesn't even go down, but he tags in Simmons. And Asuka and Nogami have got Simmons now. Throw him in. And it's a boot by Nogami. And oh, Asuka drives him head first into the mat.
Ron Simmons could be in a world of trouble here as Nogami lateral press. Saved by Doc Nelson, and the tag is made. Asuka moves in. Ron Simmons. Side suplex that time by Asuka. Once again, Doc Nelson comes in. Simmons out of trouble. Irish whip. Asuka leapfrogs up and over his man. That time as he tried to leapfrog, Simmons caught him mid-flight, drove him to the canvas.
That was enough.
Got the pinfall.
That was enough right there for Ron Simmons and Doc Nelson, one of my favorites. To take the measure of Asuka and Nogami here on Ring Warriors today. And perhaps we'll take another look at exactly how it happened. Here we go. Simmons ducks under that leapfrog, and as he comes off the ropes, catches Asuka in midair with a power slam, drives him down into the mat, and the referee down for the 3 count. And your winners on Ring Warriors, the team of Ron Simmons and Doc Nelson. What do you think of Doc now?
Well, I'll tell you what, they seem to be somewhat happy, and that puts them back into contention for the World Tag Team Championship. We'll be back with more action after this timeout.